have it in their repertoire. But I think it's going to be great. I think the Bills, who have the best defense in the league this year, I think that they're going to play well, but I never pick against the Chiefs at Arrowhead.
What about the Rams at Tampa Bay? What chance do you give the Rams?
The Rams have owned them recently, but I think Buccaneers are going to win. I think Tom Brady's going to get them into the next round, and what a championship game that'll be. Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. Can't wait.
With going back to the Texans, they have 33 players who contracts expired. How many of those do you think will have the opportunity to come back?
Well, there's a few they should leave sign, and they mine some nuggets spiritually on defense. But right now, they're so bad. The Texans were so bad. They needed so much help on both sides of the ball. I'm interested in free agency. I don't think they're going to spend big bucks again, but I know they'll sign a bunch of players. What I'm really fired up about is the draft with the 3rd overall pick, and then the fact they're hoping to trade Watson and they have a lot more picks. And I think they should trade their left tackle, Larry Tunsil, and because this is a really good draft of tackles, and replace him with a young guy and get out from under the highest paid contract in history that gave to him. And on it, he played 5 games and didn't come back from thumb surgery. And they thought he could come back, but he didn't. That's why I traded him.
I went back and looked at your season grades, and with a 4-13 team, it's not surprising that a lot of them were not so good. You gave them the best grade on special teams, but everything else was a C, and mostly it was a D or worse, correct?
Yeah, and the reason I did special teams were good. In the annual special teams story that Rick Gosselin, veteran writer who works for the Talk of Fame Network, was with the Dallas Morning News forever. He compiles special teams that people pay the most attention to it. The Texans were 14th, so they finally finished in the top half of something other than losses.
John, you mentioned you were working on something in regards to the Hall of Fame voting and what the path might be for Andre Johnson in his first year of eligibility. What else are you working on this week?
I have a column on Texas Sports Nation today with about if the Panthers hired former Texans offensive coordinator Tim Kelly, who was close to Watson, would that mean they have a better chance of trying to trade for him? Would he waive his no trade clause because they're definitely interested? And then my column for tomorrow will be about Tuesday and one of the most nervous days I've ever been. And thank you guys for having me on as always. I look forward to talking to you next week.
John, thank you. We sure do appreciate it.
Thanks, John and Jimmy.
That's John McClain of the Houston Chronicle joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. And Jimmy, it will be something to see exactly how these games play out. I think we have 4 really good matchups, and I think there are great storylines. 3 of them are rematches, and then you have the Bengals and the Titans. Should be some great football on Saturday and Sunday.
Well, it should be, and I think that each road team has a opportunity to get a win. I'd probably give the Rams the least chance, although if Stafford gets hot, look out. But I do think all the road teams have a chance to pull an upset, which means I think we're going to see 4 really good ball games.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Alan Bell was on with Heather and Joel today. The Bucs are without a starting center and guard, and against Aaron Donald and that defense, which I think is coming together. I think it took a little while for Von Miller to get into Von Miller shape. I think that's what could open the door. I think if the Rams get a win, their defense is going to have to lead the way.
Well, Leonard Fournette may not play. We still don't know about his status either.
Very true.
Another factor.
That's Jimmy Hyams. I'm John Wilkerson. Up next, it's time for Slap Shots. President and GM of the Ice Bears, Mike Murray, joins us. Stay with us on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Take the latest on Tennessee sports coverage with you anywhere you go. Download the Sports Radio WNML app. Powered by Big Kahuna Wings, the wings that changed it all.
I don't see any interstate lanes blocked at all. It's a little busy out of downtown. Bogs down a bit on parts of Lions View and North Shore Drive by Lakeshore Park. A single light cycle so far from Sequoia Hills and Rocky Hill. Farragut an extra 4 or 5 minutes. King Pure Water has the best water filtration system for soft, clean, crystal clear drinking water. Ken King has got an incredible system. I have it in my home. From KingPureWater.com. I'm Pete Michaels.
Gentlemen, now you can find the best brands and fits for you without even trying. Just follow these easy instructions. Step 1. Shop a personalized store that does all the work for you by customizing a selection for your taste and body. Step 2. Level up your closet with the best brands and fits with little to no effort. Not trying has never looked so good. Introducing Stitch Fix Freestyle, your personalized store where so you.
This whole wall needs to be shelving too. This is a focal point in our restaurant. Leilani's new restaurant will have the largest wine cellar in the city. She needs a robust sommelier with notes of procurement manager. 3 sections for brands? I mean, this is the biggest. Indeed can help her hire great people fast. I need Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Big Kahuna Wings wishes you and your family a safe, healthy, and prosperous 2022. They look forward to serving you the best-in-class items the market has to offer, including their all-natural wings, 20 homemade sauces, locally sourced beef, and a menu that has something for every person of every age. Large party packages are available, and everything they cook is made to order, so it gets to you as hot and fresh as possible. Find them on Kingston, Pike, and Berrien, and next to Westtown Mall, or online at bkwings.com.
Guys, I'm just going to say erectile dysfunction once, because after you hear about this revolutionary 100% non-invasive treatment, you shouldn't ever have to deal with ED again. Wave Knoxville's acoustic wave therapy will increase blood flow to your area of concern and get you back in the game. Wave Knoxville delivers unmatched results. Wave Knoxville's revolutionary treatment device, patented and FDA approved. Call for a free consultation now at 865-387-9534 or wavetechknoxville.com and schedule your appointment now.
A.G. Hines Company. Since great-grandfather Albert Hines first opened our doors back in 1920, our building materials have been used by the best construction companies in East Tennessee. But our prices, our selection of tools, and our experience make us the best first stop you can make when it comes to your do-it-yourself project. Visit our century-old business on Hines Street in downtown Knoxville. A.G. Hines Company. Building materials since anyone can remember. Everybody wants to credit. Everybody wants to fund. Stipulations with credit. Number 1 based on Nissan or